Do you like treasure hunts? We are here to show you some private collections to fuel your passion, super secret location, nice cars and everything you could ever wish for. We're taking you on a journey to leave your daily life behind. Are you ready for a secret adventure? Hi, I'm Jay from collectorscarworld and I'm here to show you this private and amazing car collection. And let's be honest, this is the kind of car collection that you would usually never get a chance to ever see in your whole life. And let's take a look at this. That's what I would call a real snake, or should I say cobra pit. This car has a great history and is one of the very early Cobras. Unlike all the others, it was not shipped over from the UK engineless to the US to receive the engine in the US, but was completed already at the AC factory before being presented at the show car at the Paris Motor Show, as well as at the London Earl Court Motor Show in 1962. Formula One driver Jochen Mass and UK race legend and Cobra race driver Jack Sears drove the car during classic car events in recent years. The Maserati comes in was built between 1973 and 1982. He was the successor of the famous Maserati flagship Ghibli and has been built only 417 times. It has a 4.9-liter engine, 8 cylinders, 320 horsepower and a maximum speed of 272 km/h. Wow, I mean in 1973. This particular example is one of 72 built in 1978. The XK120 was on display at the London Motor Show in 1948, and the design of the car was inspired by the BMW 328 of the late 1930s. The term 120 stood for the car's maximum speed. These very successful engines were built from 1948 to 1984 in different tuning stages. Over 12,000 cars in 3 different body types were produced between 1948 and 1954. This particular car is a 1952 Jaguar XK120 open touring sports car. The first prototypes of the famous Bully dated from 1949. The production of the Bully started in 1950. The first variant, T1, was a simple car with 25 bhp and had a split window. The next evolution of the Bully is the so-called T2, which came up in 1967. The new model respected the current safety regulations, more passenger protection in the case of an accident, and more powerful engines with 50 and 70 bhp. This particular VW T2B from 1977 is a one-owner car achieved by a Bavarian butcher with a works insulation for the transport of fresh products from the MRC to the capital Munich. The Kastenwagen had been restored, painted and labeled with the address of Carroll Shelby's production facility in Venice, California. After his victory in 1959 in Le Mans with Aston Martin, Carroll Shelby had to resign motor racing due to heart problems. It was his intention to build up a US racing team to beat Ferrari. As he did not find a competitive US car, he asked several English manufacturers to buy a chassis with bodiless engine and gearbox. Most refused his wishes. AC, however, a company which in earlier times started production with small cars for disabled people, was in trouble financially. Shelby made a deal for the AC Ace, which was fitted with Bristol, AC and Ford engines. The design of the body was similar to the Italian Barchetta, but the chassis was far more than a Ferrari at that time. The Shelby Cobra was the first car to win a world championship for a US team in 1964. The Autocar company was founded in 1897 in Pittsburgh, USA. From 1901 on, the company started the production of passenger cars. From 1907, production of lorries was added. In 1912, Autocar stopped the production of passenger cars and focused solely on trucks. This Autocar was built in 1904. It was called an X-Type back then. 4-seater, 2-cylinder, 1,100 cubic centimeters and 12 horsepower. The early history of this car remains a secret. Most likely in 1950 it arrived in the UK and was later acquired by an undertaker who started participating in the famous London to Brighton run. The current owner acquired the car in 2007 and has since then participated in the London to Brighton run every single year, 15 times in a row. Formula One driver Jochen Maas and British race legend, the gentleman Jack Sears, drove the car on the run and in other classic car events like the Crown Prince Wilhelm Renaissance in 2012 and 2014. Also, Ross Brown, a former Formula One team owner, and granddaughter Jutta Benz of Carl Benz were pictured in the car. I mean, this is such a cool car, an absolute all-time classic. 1993, the board decided to develop a great BMW sports car. It should become a project at the end of the working time of CEO Eberhard von Kuenheim. Chief designer was Chris Spangle, exterior designer Henrik Fiske. Its first presentation was 1997 at the Tokyo Motor Show. BMW had a 3-year contract with producer Albert Broccoli and James Bond to place their cars BMW Z3, BMW 750 and BMW C8. And that's it. I hope you liked seeing the selected cars of this private car collection. And if you have a private car collection and your own and want us to show it to the whole world, reach out to collectorscarworld.com.